Hello and welcome to another episode of the Tiny Brains podcast. I'm Peter Graham, the Brigadier of Brains, and as you'll notice, Kevin, the CEO of Tiny Brains, isn't here. He's sunning himself somewhere on some lovely exotic island, beach, wherever he is. He's enjoying himself. So you've got me today. Let's do the roundup from last week of what was going on in the world of XR. So to start with, PSVR news, or PSVR 2 news to be exact, because we don't really get a lot of PSVR 2 news, do we, nowadays? But the big news was the fact that discounts. This PSVR 2 has been heavily discounted this past week, and the discounts are still in place. So wherever you are in the world, we've noticed prices in both the US and the UK have dropped by roughly about $180, £180. So you can pick up a brand new PSVR 2 headset for around about 350. Some places are even doing it slightly cheaper. So here in the UK, Smiths are actually doing it for £330. So there's quite a bit of a bargain to be had if you've been mulling over whether to buy a PSVR 2 or not. Now's as good a time as any, really, isn't it? And these are limited time deals. We don't know when these deals are going to actually end, but they're limited time, so get them while they're, in stock, really. And this also follows on to the next bit of news about the PSVR 2 app coming to Steam. Now, Sony announced earlier this year that the PSVR 2 was going to be compatible with PCs, and then they released details of the adapter, and the adapter is coming out on the 7th of August for £50, £60. So the news last week was the fact that the PSVR 2 app has now appeared on Steam. There's no details of whether this would be a priced app. I would assume that maybe it will be free because you're having to buy the adapter. So you'll need this app in conjunction with the new adapter and your brand new discounted PSVR 2 headset to play things like Half-Life Alyx on Steam. As we have previously said on this podcast, you're not going to get all the features. So you're not going to get the integrated headset haptics, for example. You're not going to get the HDR. You're not going to get the eye tracking, but you are going to get those lovely displays. You are going to have, those lovely controllers to use, and you are still going to get the basic rumble sort of haptic feedback that the PSVR 2 can do without the specific haptics that some of the games provide on PlayStation 5. So there we go. It's all coming together for this summer. More hardware news as well is the fact that HTC Vive has started teasing their next headset. What headset is this? Well, as Vive tends to do, and it has done for many years, it is literally just a silhouette that we've seen so far. A few curvy lines and a little bit of music, but no indication about what the headset will really look like, just that there is one coming. Current rumor mill is that it will be an update to the Vive Focus 3. Now, a lot of you probably haven't actually tried a Focus 3 because they're primarily aimed at business use cases. So you're not going to really see them in stores, and supposedly it will be a new iteration of the Focus 3. Whether it will be dubbed a Focus 4 or a 3 point whatever, we'll have to wait and see. Um, when will we get more news? Well, maybe later this year. HTC have said more details are coming soon, but realistically, I would expect to see stuff appear at CES. That's when HTC tend to do, and that's a lot of their big stuff is at CES. So that wouldn't be until January. So there you go. On the software front, we have an update for the Quest mobile app. So long with the Quest mobile app. To be frank, if you've updated your phone recently, you may have noticed that it is now called Meta Horizon. Yes, it was originally the Oculus app 2 or 3 years ago, then it changed to Meta Quest, the Meta Quest app, and now It's the Meta Horizon app. Why is this? Well, it's going to be for many reasons, branding, but also the fact that, as Meta has previously stated, the OS is being opened up to third-party manufacturers like Lenovo and Asus and others. So this way, it's not a a specific app to their headsets. It's 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 a broader definition. So there you go. And whether do you like the new app? Let us know in the comments below because it's all nice and shiny and things have been moved around. Do I particularly like it? It's showing me a lot of Horizon stuff, but getting to the store is a little bit slower. So I'm not sure I am particularly, impressed or favour this new UI, but we'll see how we get on. And last but not least, a little bit of a rumour. The Quest 3S. Now, this isn't much for the Quest 3S isn't much of a rumor because we know it's pretty much happening, and we're expecting it to be announced at Meta Connect. But there has been a leak, well, what looks like a photo of what the Quest 3S could look like on an account called VR Panda, which has leaked stuff in the past on X. Yes, they've shared one photo, which we'll share here. And what do you think of it? It's clustered all the cameras together into little neat bundles. But it kind of looks a bit like an Oculus Go, really, doesn't it? With some lenses on the front. So whether this will be the actual units, we'll wait and see. But with it with the announcements, only maybe a couple of months away now. This may be the best look yet that we've had of this upcoming cheaper version of the Quest 3. And that is pretty much all the news from last week. So if there was anything we missed or anything else you'd like to talk about, drop your comments below and keep an eye out for more Tiny Brains podcasts in the future. Thank you very much.